Hey guys, it's Kutomer. She does it a little bit of everything. I'm going to read this story for you. It's about a 70-year-old that was discriminated from a credit union bank. I was watching the lawyer Crump on TV representing her. It seems like every day the lawyer are being so busy. If it's not a black man being killed unjustly, he always finds something to represent. And I'm not blaming him. It's just that there's so much going on around the country. And it seems that he's the only well-known, famous lawyer that can find justice for the people. So we're going to go in, and at the end, I'm going to give you my opinion on what I think about this and why, those people felt like a 70-year-old was a threat to them. Was it because of her skin color, because she was black? Would she be treated differently if she was, again, Hispanic or white 70-year-old woman? I beg your pardon if you think I'm going here. Yes, she would. She would be treated differently if she was a white woman, 70-year-old, Hispanic, Chinese, or whatever else. It's just like, whenever I report those or I say something about being black in America, how difficult or hard it is, even though being black and a woman, you think it will be less threatened being a woman. Give me a break. It doesn't matter. The minute they see you, you are a threat to them. They treat you like a total criminal. And this woman had a background of being a teacher. Not anybody, okay? Never been in a jail system. But again, let me read the story and I will let you know how I feel at the end, okay? Florida woman sues Mid-Florida Credit Union over alleged race discrimination. A 70-year-old retired teacher was arrested after an issue stemming from a $600 ATM deposit. However, the lawsuit and police report paint vastly different portrait of the incident. Of course, they're gonna make it seem like she was at wrong. Again, let me finish reading first and I'll form my opinion. A woman who spent the night in jail after an issue with a $600 ATM deposit is suing Lakeland, Florida-based Mid-Florida Credit Union over alleged racial discrimination and intentionally infliction of emotional distress. While the lawsuit alleges that a regional manager from Mid-Florida follow up after the arrest to say that the credit union handled the situation incorrectly. Linda Stevens, a 70-year-old retired teacher, alleges that she has post-traumatic stress disorder as a result of the incident in which Mid-Florida deliberately denied her a fair and race-neutral banking transaction. Stevens is being represented by prominent civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who has represented the families of Trayvon Martin, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor, and others in wrongful death suits, as well as victims of the Flint water crisis and plaintiffs in at least one Johnson & Johnson talcum powder lawsuits. So again, he's a busy lawyer, he's a busy attorney, he's everywhere, and he's fighting for the people. Stevens made a cash deposit into a Mid-Florida ATM in April 2021 with the intention of using the funds toward her mortgage, she said. When the funds didn't post the next day, she went to the branch seek help but was told her funds hasn't posted yet due to a mechanical issue with the ATM, which was being addressed by a technician. She said her funds would post within hours, she said she was told. Later that day, Stevens returned to the branch to fill out a dispute form. As the funds still had not been posted, she was again told the funds would be posted within hours, she said. On the following day, Stevens returned to the branch a third time as her funds hadn't yet been posted. After a teller couldn't confirm whether the deposit had been posted, the lawsuit said Stevens was led into an office where the ATM technician was able to confirm he had found her $600 in the machine. By this time, Miss Stevens was very distraught and vocally concerned about the status of her $600 as she relying on that money to pay her mortgage. The lawsuit said the branch manager then came into the office and demanded that Miss Stevens calm down. Miss Stevens again pleaded with Mid-Florida employees requesting access to the money she deposited. Instead of assisting her with the transaction, the branch manager called the police on Miss Stevens, which is not cool. Because when you call the police and a black person, whether they are a woman or a man, whether they old or young, we could see death coming at our faces. Because when the police come, they hand on the gun. We are a threat from miles away. And when you do that, you are putting our lives in danger, period. A police officer responded to the call, followed by a second police officer who, according to the lawsuit, arrived with his hand on his gun, of course, as always, stating that he thought somebody on the phone said somebody had a gun. Can you imagine? You misheard somebody had a gun at the bank. So you come in with the mentality of shooting, of killing, of disappearing, of taking that person down. Oh my God, I hope they get what's coming for them, seriously. At this point, Miss Stevens was afraid for her life. Of course I would do, the lawsuit said. Miss Stevens told the officer that she just wanted access to her phone, which she deposited into the ATM 2 days prior. Miss Stevens also explained that she did not have a gun, never owned a gun, and had never even filed a gun. So that right there should calm you down. See, it's a 70-year-old woman. She's not a threat to anyone at the bank or the police officer. Why do you have your hand on the gun handle? It just doesn't make any sense. And again, that happened to the majority of blacks in this country. We are a threat to them. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. Worse men, but women, it's like it doesn't matter. Stevens was then put into a police car, and none of the Mid-Florida employees said a word in Miss Stevens' defense or tried to explain the situation to the police officer. The suit said the police report initially reported by Credit Union Times described the incident differently. You see? According to the police report, Stevens was yelling and arguing with employees and was invited into a manager's office to discuss her concerns. However, her allegedly continued to yell and was informed that if she continued, the police would be called, and they were. Stevens was advised by the employees that they did not want to trespass her, but that she needed to leave. They made multiple requests to get her to leave. According to the police report, the defendant raised her voice and began screaming about a gun. Oh my God. I advised her that we were in the bank and that she had to stop screaming about a gun. She immediately raised her voice, became louder, and began to repeatedly scream gun, 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 over and over. I hope that did not happen, because Miss Stevens, if you did say that, then you put your life in danger. I hope not. I was not there. But again, that's what one person say against what somebody else said. According to the lawsuit, Stevens was later dragged out of the police car, thrown into the pavement, and placed into a 4 by 6 foot holding room. And after being transported to the sheriff's department, she was picked up by 4 male officers, dragged across the floor, and thrown face first into a police car as she was a rag doll. Stevens' nose was allegedly fractured during this process, and she was allegedly stripped down and made to sleep completely nude on a cement floor of a jail annex cell before being released the next day. On the other day after her release from jail, according to the lawsuit, a Mid-Florida region manager met Stephen at her home. She said the credit union handled the situation incorrectly and apologized for the incident before giving her a $300 voucher toward her mortgage payment. Give me a goddamn break. You see, that's one thing about America. They think, okay, if I give you a gift, you will shut up. If I take care of business, if I handle the situation different, if I apologize, everything is good to go. Give me a break. No, baby, it's not gonna be business as usual, and I hope they get what's coming to them. So hopefully they will learn a lesson. And not only that bank, we have reported Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase. They all have problem with black people. Period. Okay. We are sorry for any wrongdoing treatment that Miss Stevens may have encountered while in police custody. Police were contacted to come and escalate in situation with an irate customer because we have an obligation to provide a secure environment for all members in the branch conducting financial transaction. A Mid-Florida representative said in a prepared statement to Credit Union's Time. Mid-Florida Credit Union is part of our culture of inclusivity and equality, as well as the high level of service we provided to all members, which is a goddamn lie. It's a lie. Mid-Florida and Crump have not returned requests for further comment by press time. Okay. This is a story, and I'm going to give you my opinion on that. Again, whenever I report anything about being black in America, how difficult it is, people want to come at me and say, oh, that was in the past. Come on, Crypto Marie. You have to forget the past. This is the future. This is the now. Things are differently. We have been treated differently. And I call those idiots, you know what? You probably some light-skinned, good hair. They probably mistaken you for Hispanic or other. You've been treated differently because of your skin color. Give me a break. Okay? Give me a break. And that's why crypto will change all that. Crypto will change that. The woman is trying the best she can to pay her mortgage on time. That happens many times. You put your money in the bank through the ATM, something happened. Or you could see the guys outside is taking money out or put money in. It's hard to put your money in there. If you put the money in there, it did not go. It's a machine at the end of the day. Errors are to be made. And for them to handle the situation like that, let you know exactly how they feel about us. It doesn't matter how old you are. That's why I try to stay away from these people. All my transaction, all my activities, I do it online in the computer system, because going to the bank, anything can go wrong. They treating you like some kind of peasant, like you don't belong there. If you don't have millions, if you don't have thousands, oh God, what do you want? You know, like, what can I help you with? I try to dispute any issue, problem over the phone or online, because they are mistreating blacks. You're going in the branch, they don't even want to help you. And the problem is, let me tell you something. Let me breathe on that one, because when you think you go to the bank, you see your own car, you see black supervisor, black managers, you think they're going to treat you any differently. You are wrong. It doesn't matter whoever's in charge. They could be black or white. I think you'll get a better treatment if they are others. As white or Latino will treat the black person differently. I assume. Black on black crime. They treat us. Look what they did to Tyrone Nichols. They killed the man. And it was. And another thing about this, I don't want to go off subject. Every day you see different officers. First, initially, they show you it was 5 black officers, period. But later on, as the day come, as month, weeks come, they showing you there were white officers, there were other officers, there were women, there were men. Where all those people were? They only show us the 5 black officers. And then now they bring in everybody. You had 3 to 4 more officers were being discharged, were being fired because of, where else people coming from? Okay, let's go back to subject. Okay. I don't like when I go places black in charge because they treat you worse than the other kind. That's how I feel personally. Yes, I'm glad they're in a position of helping themselves, but not helping their own kind. Seriously. They treating the other kind way better than us. And I have witnessed it. I have seen it. I have experienced it. And again, to go back to subject, the lady is 70 years old. Why is she a threat to anybody there? I don't know. Now, when you call the police, you mention gun, automatically, this is the bank where money are being held. You already put the woman's lives in danger by mentioning gun in the bank. So they coming in with their hand on their gun about to start shooting. People need to start, the minute they start seeing black as human being, as equal, as full to a human being, not 1/3 like them our godfathers when they were creating the Constitution, they thought black were 1/3 equal to full human white. Once they start seeing us as human, then things will change. When blacks start treating black with respect and love and understanding, the other kind will see that and will get some love and respect. But right now, there is no way things gonna change. This is a 70-year-old woman that's trying to do right by paying her mortgage on time, trying to see why the money is not there. I mean, $600 right now for anybody is a lot of money. Things are tough out there, man. Food high, the price for everything goes up. Of course, she's worried, so she's concerned. You say the money was going to be there the day prior. The money was not there when she checked it. Of course, she's going to be worried. And to take her to jail and treat her like a criminal, that was a teacher, yeah. That was somebody that used to educate our kids. You treating her like a hardcore criminal, make her sleep on the floor where it looks like there was all kind of stuff on the floor. And then you think you could put a Band-Aid on the cut and everything will be okay. By just giving her a gift card of $300, by just, providing her next mortgage payment. Do you know psychologically, physically, mentally what you have done to this 70-year-old? You're just taking us, what people have to understand. I don't care whether white or black, it doesn't matter at this time. Whenever you treat a black person bad, especially in this age range, you take them back to slavery. You take them back to the plantation. You take them back to why they were treated a certain way, and all that hardcore crimes created were being done to black, thinking that we were free, thinking things will be better. You make them think, is there a reality on us being free for real? Because if you cannot go to the bank without being harassed, if you cannot drive your car without being stopped by a police officer, being killed for no reason, are we really free in America? I mean, I'm just saying. I ask this question all the time, and people are going to say all kind of crap. I don't really care at this point. Are we really free? Are black people free in America to do whatever hell they want? Whether you have money or not, at this point, it doesn't matter. Your skin speaks louder than words. Your skin speaks louder than action. Is there anywhere around the world you can live freely, not being judged on how your skin look? Because America will not change, period. I don't care what people say. We are dying every second, every day, every minute of the time because of how our skin look. Give me a break. Again, I felt like it was important to bring this. In the banking system, there was a lot of discrimination, okay? I knew it. Nobody want to talk about it because they want to keep it undercover. They want to believe things are better now. Give me a break. If you are those mixed couple or high educated one that think things are better now, good luck to you, okay? You don't have a dark skinned cousin. You don't have a dark skinned mother, father, whatever. What the hell do you know? How can you speak for them? How can you speak for them when the darker skinned people are going through hell? You know? Do you think a Hispanic 70-year-old, a white 70-year-old woman will be called on at the bank because they were making noise, they were being loud about sex, $600? No, man. They would handle it. Ma'am, I'm sorry, I apologize right there. It will be taken care of. Don't worry. This they will talk softly in a nice manner. But because it's a black lady, it doesn't matter how old she is, she's gonna be mistreated. And my question is there a place in the world that we can all live freely without being prejudge or judge on how our skin look? If you know, please let me know. May God bless you and subscribe. Bye.